Good morning. I thought I would do a quick video walk around so you can get a feel for the property. So this is Sugar Creek here, Sugar Creek Bridge. Main highway's up there, Kinsman's that way, Corland and all the other stuff's that way. The neighbours across there. I'll talk about some of the projects that are coming up. Just over an acre of property, which is actually just about perfect. I'm not quite sure why this guardrail has to come out this far. I'm sure some of my ODOT friends can tell me, but it's 40 miles an hour along here. So, one project is a driveway, like a proper driveway. Another is, because I'm in America, I'm going to have a white picket fence across here and probably replace the stands for the mailboxes. Haven't been able to get in there yet. There's an access from one of the little cupboards in the bedrooms, but it's all the screws are rounded off, so who knows what horrors are way up there. There isn't really a ditch in here, just kind of a hedgerow type of thing. So this is the access to the basement. That's going to have to be had something done to it because the water comes in when it rains really hard. So this house was built in 1900. And that one across the street was built in 1901. So I've got a little covered porch here. I mean little. Eventual plan is to punch this out and have a wraparound porch that goes all the way across, and that window has to go because it really doesn't fit the house. Anyway, I'll do outside first. So this is where the septic tank is, and the well is that thing over there. So there's a double garage, but it's done for. I think I'm gonna have to replace it. I don't know what with. I'd like to go with a stick-built kind of 4-car, go double deep, but I don't know. Shed, I'm going to sell that because I don't really want it. It doesn't really fit. In fact, somebody had a building there at some point. So the property line goes, it doesn't include many of those trees. It goes way back there and across and comes back, but it doesn't actually match like where the mowed area is. Just spin back around so you can kind of see where we're going. There's my burn pile from last night. Yeah, so I'm going to have it surveyed, but the corners are actually, that one's further that way and that one's further that way. So there's a shed, or a she shed as most people call them, and then I think there's brush and stuff in that. I'm going to get that cleared out, and the same here. If you go on the really early aerials from like the 60s, there was a building in here somewhere. You can just kind of see it. Always good to have a fire at night. Got some lovely trees. Unfortunately, some of them, like the one in front of the house, is not in the greatest of shape. But so there's a field that way and then houses. And then there's a hill that goes up there with a Head Start, whatever that is, building. There was deer in here last night. I don't know what type of deer, but here. This is where I was filming the fireflies last night. And this field. The washing line. See the back of the garage here. So this is the addition. It's got the kitchen and the bathroom in it. We'll take a quick look in here. You can see how horrendous this is. Got the mandatory ride-on tractor, and yeah, there's some concrete here, but most of it's just a dirt floor. And it looks like there was another door there, but somebody boarded it up at some point. You can see that door's not in very good shape. There is power out here, but I don't know quite what the deal is. I don't know. Nothing seems to be coming on. Anyway, pallets around the edge. It's fairly handy. I have all my tools and auto parts and all that fun stuff here. I've got to mow, so I'll maybe figure the mower out today. So I also want to elevate this a little bit, and then yeah, just run a driveway straight that way. Put a porch on this side. Let me close this real quick. All right, so let's go inside the house and excuse the mess. So there's a bathroom in there, and then this is kind of a mud room. I think I'm gonna eliminate this. The whole place needs to be re-sided. I'm gonna put a door back there and a deck out here. All right, let's go inside. So when I moved in, the fridge was in here, which was a bit of a pain really. So I took the doors off and managed to get it in here, in the kitchen. Makes a lot more sense. So, got a really cool solid timber counter, which is a bit strange. Yeah, so let me get back a bit so you can see bathrooms in there. So what I would do is essentially have a door there, and then in here would become a pantry, larder, and that door would go away. Not completely decided on that, but it's definitely nicer having the fridge in the kitchen. I don't know really where to put the microwave, so it's up there for now. All right, big job. Somebody's plugged up the chimney, so the plan is chisel that plug out and then have a wood stove in here somewhere. So this was being used as the dining room. I decided that wanted it as the living room instead. So that's where you go down to the cellar, the basement, steps to upstairs. Here's the picture window. It's a pretty decent sized room. Yeah, this, you see this, clothes up the wazoo here. And this is where it starts getting really cool. So they still have the old trim work in here. I'm thinking this is going to become the dining room. Got these lovely old windows here. And then of course this goes out onto the porch. So in here, I'm thinking TV on there, armchair or two here, wood stove here. Oh yeah, these floors, so that is beautiful. This is absolutely rubbish. And so this is all coming out, and I'm hoping that there's a decent floor underneath of it. So last night, one of the reasons I had a burn pile is because I burned all the carpet that was on here. So I have to tread very carefully and not step on these staples because I didn't finish that last night. Anyway, so you can see this is a bit of a work in progress. I love how low the windows come. So your upstairs hallway here. This is the master. So this is the old flooring, which was literally just came apart. I mean, it wasn't stuck together hardly at all. This is the outline of where the bed's going to sit. Put some candles in to try and freshen the air up. So let's see on the view out here. So plans in here. This is probably just going to get painted. I would love to have it refinished, but that's fairly expensive and it doesn't really matter in a bedroom. I'm going to build a closet across there. And then this is just going to be shelves, so like socks and undies and what will go in there, and this will be hanging. There'll be one rail across the top and another below. And so when you're looking from this way, you'll see kind of a wall across here, and it'll go that way. It'll be open from this side with, yeah, 1, 2 shelf in between. I think that'll probably work fairly well. And unfortunately, as you can see, the trim on all these doors have been painted. And I don't know if that's something I can do myself to get them stripped back. You see the floor, see they painted part of it too. This is the smallest bedroom, and it is properly tiny in here. So there's the closet. Well, that is how we'll get up into the attic, which what I'll do, this is the chimney breast right here. You see the heat comes across there. So the plan with this room eventually, be a while, let's make it into a bathroom. Probably have maybe a tub in the corner there, toilet round here, sink. I haven't decided yet. And this is the back bedroom. This is where I've been sleeping. And this strangely has one high window. See, kind of going out there. And then there's a closet in the corner, and then this is looking out on top of the bathroom and pantry and then kitchen. You can see the sheds and the garage out there. Why that light's still on. Anyway, so the next thing also is, so this is where you go downstairs. So technically in here, there's nothing. And I'm wondering if it's possible to take that out and put another set of stairs to go up into the attic. I don't know if we're going to have enough clearance with a roof coming up, but I do want to look into that. And these steps, I'm going to have to get this right. The risers, I think they're called, are actually in fairly good shape. It's the treads that aren't. So I don't know if I can paint those and leave the risers. I don't know how it'll look weird. And then down here, what I'd like to do is put a little bit of a, banister type thing there to kind of clean that up. I'm not going to go into the basement because there's not a right lot to see. That's where the washing and all the other stuff is, and the chimney breast ends up. Anyway, so that's a quick look around. It's lovely here, it really is. It's quiet and it's peaceful and it's, yeah. This screen door is gonna have to go. So, we are back outside, and standing there is where I started. So there you go.